Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Greyline Overland. In this week's video, we head to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, and we're going to bring you along for the ride. The Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion is sponsored by the Smoky Mountain Jeep Club, and they're using it to raise money for veterans for their service dogs. So they provide service dogs. The charity that they do provides service dogs for veterans at no cost to them. So when our veterans get out of the service, a lot of times they need those emotional support dogs or service dogs, and they are providing those to them at no additional cost. So they've got a car show or a Jeep show. They've got a vendor booths. They've got all kind of awesome stuff. You can buy all kind of stuff there. I learned a lot of stuff from the different vendors that I talked to. I talked to Mickey Thompson, talked to Curry, and a bunch of others, and I just learned a lot of stuff about a lot of different products and things. And the interview with Mickey Thompson will be in the video. It's a really good interview talking about the new Baja Boss ATs, which is one of the tires that I'm considering along with Nittos. But I'm considering those Baja Boss ATs for my next upgrade on tires when I go to 37s here soon. So I wanted to talk to them and get their feedback on that. And like I said, they have a Jeep show and just all kind of vendors. This is my first time going to one of these events. I'm not typically an event kind of guy because I kind of do the Jeep thing because I like to be out by myself or out in the middle of, in the middle of nowhere doing stuff, having a good time. So getting into the city and doing this kind of thing is really not my thing, but I really did have a good time. Some things that are coming down the pipe. We've got the long-term review of the Meaner Bean coming soon, probably next week. We've also got some trails, some Badge of Honor trails that were done by my brother, and he filmed those in Hot Springs, Arkansas. That would be Rubicon Ridge, and I think there's another one in there as well. I'll have to look and make sure, but I know he did Rubicon Ridge. And so those things are coming down the pipe. So stay tuned for future videos. And also, let's just dive right into this, and I hope y'all enjoy. So tell me about the new Baja Boss AT.
Well, that's our latest and greatest. It's a hybrid, just like the previous ATZ V3. This is a 3-ply sidewall, but our sidewalls are 50% stronger because we put a heavier, linear cord in the sidewalls. We added some more siping. It's got the snowflake on it, so it's rated for extreme snow.
So the ATZs were not rated for snow, were they?
No,
they were not.
They're mud snow tire, but they didn't have the snowflake like you need in Canada and in certain states where they get a lot.
California, 30. Yeah. Because in California, that's where I'll be going to. I live here and in California. I live in Alabama and California. And if we go to Big Bear in the wintertime, we don't have a snow tire. We have to run chain.
Right.
And it has to be a snow tire.
That's what this has got the snowflake on there. And it's also, we use a silica compound, which just makes it better on water and ice, and we added siping in it.
Okay.
Like I said, we upped the mileage for it for 45 to 50,000 miles. And the reviews have been spectacular so far that I've been reading.
Right.
You know, you test the tire yourself and you benchmark it against other brands. But you know, the true putting in the eye, so to speak, is when the general public
Right.
and they rate it, and it's got really good ratings.
Right. So one thing that I really like about the ATZs, I do a lot of pretty hardcore off-roading. I'm Kevin with Gray Line Overland, by the way, and whenever I heat up an ATZ, I can sit there and spin it on the rocks, get it good and hot, and then I back off, let it sit for just a second, and then it goes right up because of the compound.
Right.
Is the compound in these going to be similar to that?
Yes.
Is it going to have that same?
We did nothing to make the tire less effective. Everything's done to the tires to make it a better tire than that ATZ V3, which is a great tire.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to improve on perfection.
It is. It is. Because I've run the MTZs and I've run the ATZs, and the ATZs are kind of my go-to for all around everything.
Right.
But is this going to have a better road ride than the ATZs did, or is it going to be similar?
It's going to be similar.
Very similar? Okay. Because I was actually not disappointed in the ATZ feel on the road, but as the life has worn on, I've got about 35,000 on it now. It's starting to get a little rougher and stuff like that.
Right, which is you got less cushion.
Yeah, right. But I'm still very happy with it overall. So, and that's what I'm trying to. You run the same thing over and over again, and people are, telling you this is great, this is great. You know what works for you, but at the same time, when y'all change the tire, it's kind of a scary situation because you're used to running the same thing.
I know what you mean. Because you get used to a certain thing. Most people don't like change.
Right.
But it's inevitable.
Especially on the weekend.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm in that category.
So you do think it's still, and y'all up to 50,000 miles tread life hill? Okay. And
but I'll tell you what, it'll probably go more.
Yeah. And I've got 35,000 on mine, and I'm at half tread right now on my ATZ. That's, to me, is a miracle.
The key is how you take care of the tire. You've got to make sure you maintain proper air pressure, and you got to check your alignment and tire rotation is critical.
And that is something I've actually had my vehicle aligned 3 times in the past, year and a half. And I rotate my tires every 4,000 to 5,000 miles, which is and get them balanced every time I rotate. Like that's great. Yeah.
Tires are a major investment anymore. It's not like $300 for some tires. Now, you get tires at $3,000.
Right.
But not those.
Yeah. So I do have some questions though, because I was looking at the ATZ, or the 18th, and then I was also looking at the Baja Miles, just the regular MT. So what? Tell me about those things.
Well, the MT is just what it says, it's a mud frame. And what we did is we did the enhanced side binders on that, and it's got the rougher or more aggressive side walls and side binders, and it's got 3-ply side walls with heavier barrier work. And it's basically we came out with that first,
Right.
And it worked so well, sold so well, performed so well. We said, well, we're going to make an all-terrain version.
Yeah.
And it's basically all got the same engine. It's actually not just, there's no miles for the mud.
Right.
But we've been, our reports people have got sent back to us and said they're getting better than expected mileage out of it. They've been out for a couple of years now, so we got some feedback.
So I have a guy that outside of San Diego in Temecula. His name's a Jeep doctor. He's a big Mickey Thompson dealer. And I was talking to him about it. And I was telling him I was thinking about going back to the MTZ because I was coming to Alabama. I was thinking I was going to stay longer. And I needed something more aggressive for the mud here. And I said, but I see the new Baja Boss. And I said, what do you think about it? He's like, well, the MTZ's out the window because he said they have everything that the MTZ has, plus they ride better and they last longer.
They have an electric pressure now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they'll make great tires. I do appreciate your time and everything. What's your name again?
My name's Mark.
Mark, Kevin Gray. This is a good-looking Gladiator. I really like the color scheme on it, but you can tell it doesn't get off-road much, and that's fine. I mean, that's the cool thing about Jeeps. You can modify them however you want. I do personally think that if you're going to buy a Jeep, you should probably take it off-road, but you can tell by the lack of scratches on those wheels and the lack of scratches anywhere on this Jeep that it definitely hasn't been off-road. But anyway, this is Kevin with Grayline Overland, and stay safe, and I hope to see you on the trail.